Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So there have been some developments in the Ahmaud Arbery case, and I want to briefly discuss those with you. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see the article that I'm referencing. This article is in the description box to this particular video. You can read the article for yourself, but I'm going to read some highlights from the article and then briefly share my thoughts about the article. So if you can bear with me a second. Okay, so here's the article, and the prosecutor brought this case before the grand jury, and the grand jury has indicted 3 white men for the killing of Ahmaud Arbery. It says the 3 white men accused of killing Mr. Arbery, a black man who was chased while jogging in his neighborhood, were each indicted on 9 counts, including felony murder. It says the white man accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery, a black man who was shot after being chased in South Georgia neighborhood, have been indicted on murder charges by a Georgia grand jury, the prosecutor in the case announced on Wednesday. The men, Gregory McMichael, 64, his son, Travis McMichael, 34, and their neighbor, William Bryan, 50, were arrested and charged last month with murder and other crimes in connection with the death. And it says that the district attorney announced that a grand jury in Glenn County had returned an indictment with 9 counts against each of the 3 defendants: malice murder, 4 counts of felony murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault, false imprisonment, and criminal attempt to commit false imprisonment. It says the men could face life sentences without parole. So I just wanted to bring that update to you all. And basically, that's one of the first steps in this journey towards justice, to have an indictment. An indictment is not the same as a conviction. That simply means that they can move forward with the case, and we'll see what happens. You know, I'm going to continue to follow this case, follow the developments in this case. It's just a damn shame that you would have a brother simply jogging in the neighborhood, being harassed by these white people who assume that he's some kind of burglar, just because of the color of his skin. And, you know, there were reports, early reports, as I have said in prior videos, that there had been like a series of robberies in the neighborhood. Turns out that's not true at all, according to the police records. And then also there was a big deal made about the fact that Ahmaud Arbery went into this house that was under construction. Turns out that the brother didn't steal anything from the house. Turns out that this brother was just one of many people who had explored this house that was under construction. So it really was just a red herring to divert attention and to lead people down a wrong path and to justify this horrific killing of his brother. So he had his brother killed. He's simply jogging in his neighborhood, and these white people took it upon themselves to act as police and, you know, serve as judge, jury, and executioner, just like George Zimmerman did towards Trayvon Martin. It's just outrageous that you had a situation, but we're on the road towards justice. You know, as I said in prior cases, you know, this will be a challenge. Even though there's an indictment, that's not the same as a conviction, but we'll see. And again, this is another reminder of how important it is to elect the right people, because here you have a black prosecutor who's moving forward. When you had these other prosecutors who came up with excuses, cockamamie excuses to not bring charges, these other, you know, one of the prosecutors had a conflict of interest and all that kind of stuff. So we need to have more black people as prosecutors so that they can make these very important decisions about cases involving police brutality. Like here in Baltimore, we had we have a courageous prosecutor, Marilyn Mosby, who basically went forward with charges against police officers, even though it was unpopular, even though she was under great pressure to just go along with the status quo. We need people in position that have the courage to move ahead and press these issues that involve our people, to press issues of race and racism. You got too many mealy-mouthed, punkified elected officials that don't have a heart to speak out boldly against racism, don't have a heart to confront racism right in their face, you know. And it's just great that we have some prosecutors and some elected officials that aren't punkified, that had the courage to bring these cases. But we'll see what happens. And as I said before, I will continue to follow this case. And, you know, I encourage everyone to like this video, share this video, hit that notification bell so that you'll know when I post new content on here. And I really look forward to hearing what you have to say about this particular issue. Peace and blessings, everyone. Have a good night.